Today, I'm going to share with you why your first rent-to-rent deal will be your most important deal. Hello and welcome to the Property Unleashed YouTube channel with me, Mark Fitzgerald. It's fantastic to have you joining me here in this video. So let's talk about why your first deal may not only be your hardest, but is also the most important. So the reason I'm saying your first deal will be your most important deal may not be for the reasons that you actually think. A lot of times people are thinking about the deals. They're thinking, I've got to get that first deal. If I get that first deal, that's it. I'm up and running. I'm off. So they go out there, they go with all the full steam and energy, which you need to create a business. You need to get yourself out there, obviously, but sometimes they go with the wrong intentions. Their intentions are just to get a deal no matter what. And that is the wrong intention. You've got to go out there and structure it in such a way that you're looking for the right deals. No point in going out there rushing, getting a really good deal which doesn't make you any money. In fact, even worse, actually ends up costing you money. I see this time and time again with so many different people. You've got to set yourself up for success, and it's giving rent to rent a real bad name. We're better off getting out there, talking to people, building up the know, like, and trust, and that can take a bit of time. In this world, in this day and age, we don't want it to take time. A lot of us want to build a business up, maybe to get out of our employment, of where we're working, and build up that cash flow and have our own time management. But you've got to make sure the deal is a deal. I always say a deal is not a deal unless it is a deal. And it's got to stack up. You've got to make good profit from it, the profit that you want to make in your business. And you need to make sure that if you're doing serviced accommodation or HMO, that it's not going to start costing you lots and lots of money. Even if initially, with a few voids here or there, you're breaking even, you will become demoralized. It won't be your best deal. And there's no point in doing it. You're better off waiting for the right deal to come along. Now, it's easier said than done. And obviously, from where I'm sat, it is a very easy thing to say. But when you're out there and you're keen and you just want to get that deal, make sure you know how to stack your deals. Make sure you know what a good deal looks like. I can help you with that. I have the free tools and resources, which I always say are on offer. Help yourself to those. Visit www.thepropertyunleashed.com and download the deal analyzing spreadsheet that you can use to stack deals to make sure they work, or the 10-step rent-to-rent guide to make sure that you're out there looking for good deals. Another good reason why your first deal is really, really important, and it's massively important that you do a good deal, is because if you want to build up credibility and have a good property management company, i.e. in the rent-to-rent strategy, you need to make sure that you look professional and that you're not just out there being like everybody else. Stand out from the crowd. Make sure that you are doing your marketing. Make sure you are talking to people, agents, and everything like that. But make sure you're doing it in a professional manner, not just hounding people, I know there are certain people out there at the moment that are saying you've got to hound people, you've got to keep cold calling. Yes, you do have to cold call, but you've got to do it in the right manner, and do it in a manner that fits you and your personality. Don't just do what somebody else may potentially be telling you or you're hearing on social media platforms and things, because it's just going to annoy people and you'll start to get a bad reputation in your area. Now, if you're getting a bad reputation, it's going to make it all the more difficult for you to get those first deals, okay? So make sure you're building up the know, like, and trust in your area, and that you're prepared for when those deals fall on your lap. Now, another thing is, rent to rent is hard. I've said it in previous videos. If you followed me in any way, you know that it's not exactly the easiest strategy to ever do, but there are no easy strategies in property. Let me tell you that. Deal sourcing is not an easy strategy. Rent to rent is not an easy strategy. Refurbing properties to sell on or to keep is not an easy strategy. I can tell you, property is hard. If you put the right systems in place, if you know what you're doing, it's not as difficult as if you're just going into it blindly, just watching a few videos. So at the end of the day, you've got to make sure you set yourself up, as we always say, for success, and push yourself forward. But just be mindful of the fact that there will be difficulty, there will be challenges, exactly the same as anything in life. But if you put yourself in the right community and in the right environment, you set yourself up really in the right manner to be able to overcome the challenges and the obstacles. I have with my properties, I've had ups and downs, left, right, and center, but by being in the right places, by being in the right frame of mind, which is really, really important, I've been able to solve some of those and even laugh about some of those where maybe it would upset you on a normal day. I've been able to laugh about those because the bigger picture for me is I do this for my family. I do this so I can spend more time with my family, with my boys. I can be there for them anytime I want to. And that is my driving force. Having a massive reason for getting into anything is really, really important. Being a family man myself, I love the fact that I now help others to do the same, to bring that time freedom back, to actually let you live your life. But just remember, when we're starting out, we need to make sure, A, the deal stacks up, that it is a good deal. 2, we need to remember that it is going to be hard. There is going to be disappointment along the way. It's not just going to be the case of finding a couple of landlords or a couple of agents and getting the deals. If it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. But by taking the right actions, by staying the course and saying to yourself, right, I'm going to do rent to rent. I'm going to follow this procedure and I'm going to see it through. It could take you a couple of months to do, a couple of weeks to do, a couple of years to do. But let's just remember, business is business and don't compare yourself to other people. You are your own entity, you're in your own area and you're doing things your way, okay? If you are stuck and you need help with this, we have the Rent to Rent Business Builder program, which can help you. You can follow the complete roadmap and it will give you all the tools and resources and everything you possibly need, including support to get you the results you need. All it needs on that program is for you to take the actions that you're trained and shown on that. So put yourself in that environment and make sure you're on the right program, pushing you in the right direction. And if it is, just don't stop, okay? Keep going, keep focusing, and keep pushing on. So another reason why people really want to get that first deal, and a lot of the times grab deals that aren't good, because they want to have something behind them. If they're talking to landlords, or potentially maybe they're trying to get deals through just landlords and not agents, because they're a bit scared maybe to talk to the agents. They're thinking, I've got no credibility, I've got no properties. Once I get a property, I can go into the agents and say, here, look at this property, this is one of mine. Or the same vice versa to the landlords. But what I'm saying is, it is good when you have a property and maybe you can put it on your marketing and you can back it up and potentially even get a testimonial off of whoever you're working with. That is fantastic, but it's not 100% necessary as long as you go in there and you're transparent about what you're doing. So don't go in and start spilling the beans on every last little detail, but answer your questions truthfully and professionally. If you're new to this, and I was new to this, everybody is new to something. I said, yes, this is my first, so to speak, deal, but I am building up my property business in this area. And I want people like yourselves to work with. Why? Because I like you, I trust you, I think you're great to work with, and I know I can do a super job for you. I'm going to look after your properties as if they're my own. And at the end of the day, it's all about making this a win-win for everybody. And of course, as I've said in the previous videos, you're going to be my first customer. And by being my first customer, you're always going to have a special place, in my heart at the end of the day, because you're the guys that started, that had the trust in my business. And obviously I want testimonials to help to grow my business. And one of the good things to say is I'm not always looking to be the biggest, but I just want to be the best in my area. So while it's good to have a property behind you and something you can say these sort of characteristics with, you don't necessarily need it if you know the right things to say and the right words to say. So again, by getting yourself educated, by knowing what to say, you can make your life a lot easier and you don't just have to grab any old deal that comes your way. So I hope this video has helped you moving forward. As again, have a look at the free resources that I offer. Help yourself to those. I've also got a masterclass coming out very, very soon. So if you're interested in that, keep an eye out for it. And if you get one of the free resources and you like a newsletter as well, then I send out free resources each week in a newsletter just to help you, because I believe what goes around comes around. You all look after yourself, keep focusing on your vision, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.